Good morning again, everybody. You know where we are. We're going to do our second half of the tribute to Mrs. Jackson. We're going to take a little ride through Gary for a little bit. And for those that were with me last night, know I went to the concert at the Hard Rock Cafe in Gary. J.R. Robinson, Michael's drummer, was performing, and David Foster. So there was a connection to Michael, and I messaged his son on Facebook to ask if they could give a little acknowledgement to Mrs. Jackson's birthday and Jackie, and evidently he didn't get the message in time. But they played a couple Michael Jackson songs, but part of the bad part of that is I was invited to a Zoom meeting last night that I wasn't able to go to, and lo and behold, as the angels would have it, here's the lady in charge of that, Miss Gwen Mon. So Gwen, nice to meet you. And tell me, what did I miss and what can we do?
Well, last night we had a little casual conversation. Me and my colleagues, we're members of Jackson Family Honor, which is a local nonprofit organization here in Gary. And we were just having a casual conversation about Katherine Jackson and her son, Jackie Jackson. You probably know they're both born on the same day. And just reminiscing about the family. And see, I'm originally from Gary. I live in this neighborhood down the street, and so we were just talking about their meager beginnings. You know, Jackie, as you probably know, that Jackie was a pretty good athlete when he was a young man. Right
behind the right. That was the old baseball field, right?
Well,
where the parking lot is.
I think so. I didn't go to Roosevelt, and I went to another school. But, yeah, things were different back then. So if you say it was back there, I guess
my sources, Ty, have good sources.
Okay. Yeah, because I know that I remember knowing that Jackie would say that often baseballs would land in their yard.
Yeah.
So that
yeah, the football field wasn't built at the time. So this whole thing was the baseball.
Yeah, right. And so we were talking about Jackie and his youthful past, and we also were talking about Mrs. Katherine Jackson, who everybody knows is the matriarch of that great family.
Absolutely.
So
of the country, not just the family. That's the real White House, I tell people. And she's the real first lady. That's how I like it.
She certainly is a lady. She's very graceful and just a wonderful person. I've never met her. I would love to, but she reminds me of my own mother, and she's a sweetheart. I feel her presence even through film and stuff. I just feel her. So anyway, we were talking like that about the two members of the Jackson family, and well, that was pretty much it. We had some feedback from participants, and it was just a good time. And we'll be doing it again in a couple of weeks because Janet Jackson's birthday is May 16th.
Please let me know. I'll be in Las Vegas. I will definitely, if I'm invited, I would definitely. I really wanted to see you last night, and I got that John Robinson, Michael's drummer. I've been wanting to meet him for the long. He's the one that did Rock With You, the beginning. He came up with that, and he's been on We Are the World and Off the Wall album and Thriller. And I was hoping it would. I thought 7:00, but gates open at 7. It didn't start till 8. So by the time we got out, it was 10, and I know your meeting was at 8. So that's why.
Yeah.
But
well, that's okay.
Well, tell us what we can do. We have people all over the world are watching. How can we help?
Well, we want everybody to continue to show the love that you have for the Jackson family. This city is on the rise. We've had some challenges in the past, and we still have challenges, but this city is really a great place. It's on the rise, and you have to ask yourself, how big could the city be to produce the world's greatest entertainment family?
Absolutely.
The Jacksons. So, and then there's plenty of other talent that came from here. The Jacksons are just the most well-known, but we do have other renowned people. I don't know if you know that, but down the street, it's an abandoned house, but on the left side, way at the other block.
Before I get to the end of the block?
Yeah, before.
Where the red truck is?
When you're about to get to 25th Avenue, I don't know if you know, it's going to be a stop sign that
Yes.
you can go left or right. But anyway, before you get to that, there is a house that used to belong to Avery Brooks, the actor Avery Brooks.
Oh, wow. On the same street?
Yeah,
Wow.
down the street. And I'm not sure if he grew up with the Jacksons. He might have lived in that house at a different time. I'm not sure, but I was told that he and his family lived there. And I'm thinking they probably went to Roosevelt School. And then we also have another renowned person, which I really wish people would know about. This gentleman lives straight down the street. Oh, I'd say probably about 3 blocks straight down this street, 23rd Avenue. On the right side, if you go that way, you'll come into a big, beautiful, classical style house.
Okay.
It's a orangey looking house. And the person that lived there is a gentleman named William Marshall, who was actually before the Jacksons. He was a great theater performer. He was our first Blackula.
Oh,
You know, I don't know if you know, back in the day, back in the 70s, I believe it was, there was a lot of black movies. I'm dating myself.
yeah,
guys.
no, hey, I'm right with you. Don't worry about it.
But anyway, and there was a big movie, which it was big to me. It was called Blackula. And Mr. William Marshall played that part.
Oh, we'll have to Google it. Okay.
Yeah, you got
All
to
right.
Google it. And Mr. William Marshall was a theater performer. He was good and big back in the day. So, you know, it's a lot of little tidbits
Right.
of history in this neighborhood and outside of Gary.
And the
outside
name of
this
Jackson
neighborhood.
Street, it wasn't named for the Jacksons. It's just a
No,
coincidence.
it was
named for
always-
Andrew Jackson, the president, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Because all of these streets on the west side of Broadway are
Presidents.
named after presidents.
Right, right.
And then when you go to the east side of Broadway, they're named after states. So, you know.
A lot of
until-
cities,
until you-
right.
Right.
So-
Maybe a lot of cities might be,
Yeah.
you know, configured that way. But I'm not sure. But I've talked too much.
All
I just
right.
came
No,
down
yeah, we
here.
just want to touch base because I miss you. Call me later or send me a message and
Sure
let us know how
will.
we can help, and I'll translate that. Anything, anything for this family is
They are
whatever
they're
you
so
people
wonderful.
need. Yeah.
We love the Jacksons.
They're going to be in concert this coming Saturday at the Hard
no,
Rock.
Unfortunately, I won't be able to
Oh.
see them. I've seen them.
Well, I'm going to try to film it on Facebook, so if you're watching, you can. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'll
we're
tune into your
We're going to go
Facebook
backstage.
page. Hey, let me give you my business card.
Okay. Absolutely. Absolutely.
And I will be in touch.
We'll talk off.
we've
Yeah,
touched
I'm going to
bases
be here
before.
I'm going to be here 9 more days. So, whatever. Can I show it? I'll cover the
Certainly.
number, but
Well, please cover my number.
Yeah. so yeah.
But yeah, that's a group, and we like to think of ourselves as the preeminent group for advocating for the Jacksons.
Sign us up, whatever we can do on behalf of the group. Really,
Okay.
we're here for sure. All right, it was nice to
Okay.
meet you
It
again.
was good to meet you.
Thanks for understanding last night. I just I got caught up in the mute. I want to meet that drummer so bad. So,
I don't blame you. That was a great
Yeah.
opportunity. Couldn't
yeah,
pass that up.
yeah. All right. Thanks
Okay.
again, Gwen. Thank
Sure.
you.
All right. Beautiful.
Thank you. Okay, you guys. So that was Gwen Macon. She's part of the Jackson Family Honors that they asked me to be on the Zoom meeting last night, and Michael's drummer was playing, J.R. Robinson, and I was hoping I got a chance to meet him. Of course, you know where we are. The only thing that's really changed is now we know for sure that Kashmir was here. Once again, Kashmir, Drew, Mateo, and Shania, everybody, thanks again for helping us out. It was an unforgettable day with the flowers and everything. As you can see, I took the flowers back with me. The guy from in here wasn't here. I asked him if he could bring them and just put them by the front door. I'm sure the brothers are going to be in town one day this coming week before the show. I don't know how long I can keep these like this. The K is kind of coming apart a little, and I got to be careful with it. The J's looking good. I kind of sprayed the flowers a little. I don't know how many days we can get out of it, but I'm going to contact someone tonight that can contact him, and then. All right, so it's a little windy. What I wanted to do, we didn't get a chance. We had so much going on that I didn't get a chance to do everything. So let me know if the wind is too much. If so, I'll put the window up. This is what I wanted to do yesterday. All right. So here's a little video tribute to the matriarch. Guys, let me know if you hear wind in the back. I could put the seat up.
Sister and I, my mother was Baptist, and my sister and I sang in the Baptist choir, but we were like 6 and 7 years old. It was a junior choir, and I think we had to appear about every 6 weeks. The junior choir would sing every 6th Sunday, I should say. But from that, it made us have a love for music. And my sister and I, as we got older, we started singing country music because that's all my father would listen to on the radio. But some of the people were Ernest Tubb. That's ancient. It let the people know how old I am, because I imagine they can't even remember him. Nobody
Knows Ernest Tubbs. Well, Mrs. Jackson. There's Ernest Tubbs, Mr. Jackson's favorite.
And that's all I can say about that, because my father used to listen to the country music all the time. And out of Chicago came a show on the radio called Suppertime Frolic, and that was country. And then on Saturdays he would listen to the Grand Ole Opry that came out of Nashville. And that's what started him to playing the guitar. And that's the way it was back then. My family and I were very close, but my mother and father divorced when I was at a young age, about 6 years old. And back then, there was no arguing over the children like they do in court today. They split the children up. My father I stayed with, my sister stayed with my mother. And the reason I said I felt really loved because my mother and father fought over us. And so we had visitation rights. I could visit my sister one weekend and she can visit me the next weekend. One weekend I was visiting my sister, and I found myself on a train going south with my mother. She was kidnapping me. Today they call it kidnap, from my father. He heard about it. My cousins told us when he came over to pick me up that night. He found out I was gone. He called the police on her and he tried to get me back, but my mother wouldn't budge. She stayed in the South until he finally said, come on back with them and I won't bother you. I'll let you have her. And that's how much my parents cared about us. I met Joseph, I think I was around 17 years old. The teenage girls around my small little village of East Chicago, Indiana, that I lived in, we had a club called the Sub-Debs, and we used to give teenage parties for all the kids around there, and that's where I met Joe. He would always ask me for a dance when the music was slow. But the relationship, every time we go to a party, he was there. He would always do that. But I didn't start dating him at that time. It was about a year or two later that I started dating him. He seemed very kind, very sweet. Even the world now talks about how mean and evil he is. He's not that way. He's just a firm person. That's all it is. He didn't punish the children unless it was necessary.
No.
If one of the boys did something, he'd punish him. But he was firm with them. And the children around our neighborhood, especially the boys, They were kind of bad, some of them. They would break in people's cars and do things. And our children were never allowed to go out at night or play with those kids. And that's why my children feel that he was too stern. But it helps later on in life with the children. And because if you don't raise your children, now the policemen will, they can't raise them, but they get in trouble. Well, having all my children when I was young and having them so close together, every time I would get pregnant, I was afraid to tell Joe that I was pregnant again. But Joe and I, we didn't believe in abortions. So that's why we got so many children. But my children, every time I'd have a new baby, they'd be so happy because they love babies. I'm glad they did. But they helped me a lot, especially Rebe. She was a big sister. And it was one time in my life when I had a space between having the children. I had to take a job to help out. And so Rebe was there to help out to babysit, and she tried to cook and do a lot of things around the house there. Well, music has always been into my life, and Joseph's family was a musical family, and my family was also. And Joseph's mother and her sisters.
People are dropping off. I don't know if it got blocked. Hang on, let me just move the camera.
Joseph's mother, she played the harmonica very well. And when Joe and I married, we used to sing together all the time. And I guess singing has always been there. Music has always been there. And Joseph was in a group, too, also, him and his brother. Rebe and Jackie were my oldest two, and they would be there listening to them and dancing and doing a lot of things. Even Rebe and Jackie have won some contests when they were like 4 and 5 years old dancing. So it's always been there. Music have always been in our home. And we sang country songs and we sang folk songs.
Growing up in Gary, Indiana, Michael, 5 brothers, 3 sisters, and his parents, Joe and Katherine Jackson, were crammed into this little house at 2300 Jackson Street. I hear that in the beginning, you kids, the eldest brothers, used to sit in the room and sing and harmonize.
Yes. My mom was a great singer. And we used to hear her sing around the house. And she used to sing, when I was a little bitty baby, my mama used to rock me. She sing these controversies songs, and we would join her singing. Sing it, Joanne. When I was a little bitty baby, my mama used to rock me in the cradle. In the more cotton fields back home. Yeah, so she...
They started singing the Temptations. When we got a television, they would see the Temptation. And then we had our, I think they called, well, they weren't like they were today. They were disc, you know. And where you buy the Temptations and the rest of the songs, and the kids learned from that. And they started singing songs together in the bedroom. Quite natural, especially in the winter when you couldn't go out. When Tito first got Joe's guitar out of the closet to play, Joseph had warned him, don't play my guitar now. And so Tito took it out and played it, and the string broke. There was no way of hiding that he hadn't had his guitar. So Joseph took him and he said, set him down, and he punished him for it. Then he said, let me hear you play, after he had fixed the guitar. And Tito played for him. Joseph said nothing else to him. You can play it if you want to, because Tito played it better than Joe. And Joseph was wondering, how did he learn it? We had a rickety washing machine. We weren't able to buy a new one, so this one, it's the old roller type washing machine. Many people don't even know what I'm talking about. But whenever it washed, it would creak, make noises, something like that. And Michael was, I guess he was about 11 or 12 months old. He was walking, and he was be in the kitchen when I'm washing, and he would just be dancing to the rhythm of the washing machine. And I knew then that he had a lot of rhythm. But later, when the boys were singing, he would be the one that would do the steps for me, and help out with a lot of the things. And he was really young. And one day they were singing, and Michael was way over in the corner. He was about 4, I imagine. And he just joined in perfect harmony. And I thought, my God, what kid learn all of this? And there's another story that I can tell, that the school was giving a program, and the parents were invited. And Michael was singing solo, Climb Every Mountain. And so Joe's father wanted to go also so he could hear him. And Michael started singing. I looked around, Joe's father was crying. I guess he couldn't imagine a 5-year-old kid can keep harmony and sing that well. But that's what happened. I have been listening to Michael in the bedroom singing, just himself, singing alone and singing solo. And I mentioned to Joseph, I said, you know what, you should listen to Michael, because he has a pretty nice voice for lead. And that can help Jermaine a lot and keep him from learning all those songs that, he had to learn all the lead singing. And Joe didn't believe me. And so he just said, oh no, let Jermaine sing him. I don't think he can do it. By Michael being so young, he didn't think that. But and I told him, listen to him. And one day they were rehearsing, and he decided to listen to Michael. And that's what made Michael learn some of the songs. And after they were going out singing, people started responding to Michael. And Michael would sing, and he would go out in the audience, and whatever the song was about, like one of the songs he used to sing was called Skinny Legs and All, and Who Want the Woman with the Skinny Legs? And he'd grab somebody, we'd look around at his legs, because he was just a little kid. And then people thought it was so cute how he would...
Say, man, don't walk ahead of that woman like she don't belong to you. Just cause her got them little skinny legs, you know that ain't no way to do. You didn't act like that when you had it home behind closed doors. All right. Now you act like you're ashamed of her. When you want nobody to know she's yours. But that's all right. You just walk on, baby. And don't you worry about a doggone thing at all. There's some man somewhere who'll take you, baby, skinny legs and all. Keep on walking, baby. Show you what I'm talking about. Listen to this. Now, who'll take the woman with the skinny legs? Stand right there, baby. I'm gonna give you away in a minute. Come on, somebody, please take the lady with the skinny legs.
Do it. And then you go grab a lady out. Who wants the woman with the skinny legs? And then... he just made that part of his show. Well, I wondered myself how Michael sang those songs with so much feeling, as if he had lived the part. I really don't understand, and I don't think I will know how Michael sang those songs with such a feeling at a young age like he did. But I think a lot of other people wondered too. So he was an affectionate person, and Michael is about love, and he loved people, and I think that's what had a lot to do with it, even at a young age. Because when they were young, they grew up, together, like Jermaine and Tito. They grew up together. They were very close together in age. Whenever Marlon would get sick, Michael would feel his pain in a way, and he would cry because he felt so bad for him, and that's where he was. Michael and Marlon they were a little devilish when they were younger, and especially when they started traveling with their securities and all of that. And Bill Bray was one they used to play tricks on all the time. I remember that Michael was telling me about they tied his shoelaces together, both feet, tied his shoelaces together. Then they go off, and while he was napping, Bill would always nap. And then they go over in the corner and take something real hard and slap it together, make a big noise, and Bill would jump up, and his shoes was tied. You know what happened. That was very dangerous, though. David and Michael used to play a lot of jokes on LaToya, and LaToya always loved satin sheets and things like that, and she never wanted anybody in her room because she's such a germ freak. She don't want you walking on her carpet because she had everything white satin on the beds and things. And Michael would just stand at the door and take a running leap and jump in the middle of her bed just to hear her scream and yell. And yes, Michael and I had a very special bond because Michael used to always tell me that he was so much like me. And then I used to tell him, I said, I can see myself in you, but I don't want you to be like me, because I thought I was too easygoing, trust people too much, and that's exactly how Michael is. And that's all I can say about that. He'd have to tell you the rest, and he's not to say, but he used to always tell me. One stage in Michael's life, he did have acne, very bad, and so bad that he sort of became an introvert. And I tried to help him, and we took him to dermatologists and things to get rid of his acne. That did bring us closer together, but we were already close. So I was just there for him because most of the children had left home, got married, and had moved on, and Michael was the only one here, besides Randy, who was still younger, very young, and that made us closer also, because he didn't have his brothers to talk to or anything. So we all bonded, Michael, myself, and LaToya and all, which not saying that we weren't already like that, but it made us closer. When the boys were leaving for Motown, and they called and said that they had Simon Motown, all of us that were left at home jumped for joy. Going to California, the happiest day of my life, because all my life I had dreamed about living in California. And so that was my trip there. But Joseph had come from California to Indiana. And when we were dating, he had promised me that one day we would go to California. And I tell him now, I said, your promise came true, but you didn't bring me there. The children did. When I first came out to California, which was my dream, we arrived here at night. And the next morning I woke up very early, and the birds were singing. There were flowers. The trees were and some of them in bloom, some of them still green. And when I left Indiana, it was October, I think late October, early November, and it was cold, and all the leaves had fallen off the trees. No beauty at all, just snow and brown trees. And so this was to me, it was like paradise. When I first heard I Want You Back, I didn't like it at all, because the songs that the children sang was more like the, I should say, soul music. To me, Want You Back didn't sound that way. And it didn't have the beat or anything like the other songs, and all the songs that was out then would sound so different. So I guess Barry wanted to bring out a different style, and he did, but I really didn't like it. When my boys had 5 gold records in a row, I was very proud of them, because I know it was something that they wanted, and even that was their dream. And they were happy, and I was happy. The whole family was happy about that. ABC was okay. I know, I couldn't tell you who it was written by, because I know the way Mr. Gordy did things. He would pick out about 3 writers and tell them to write me a song about ABC, or write me a song about this or that, and he'd pick out the best one. And so ABC was the best one of those, which all were going to be called ABC. And I didn't think too much of it, because Michael was very young at the time, like 11 years old, so it was a kiddie song, and I didn't think anything of it. I just thought it was a song for the young kids. When I first heard I'll Be There, I thought it was a very nice song. Came to be one of my favorites. It had a lot of feeling and a lot of meaning, and that's why I liked it more.
I reach out my hand to you. I have faith in all you do. I reach out my hand to you. I have faith in all you do. Just call my name and I'll be there. So let me feel your heart with joy and laughter. Togetherness, what is all that matters. Whenever you need me, I'll be there. Oh.
And I did the other songs. When Stop the Love You Say first came out, I liked it a lot. It was another song that could be for any age, and it was not so kiddified. And that's one of the reasons why I liked it. And then I liked it because of the beat and all of the other stuff that went with it. Michael was really different on stage than he was off stage. And when you get on stage, it's just like just a light bulb came on. And I think he felt like he had been, stolen from home, and then he had just got back home, and this is my home on stage. And he would just come alive. When my boys left Jermaine back at Motown, it hurt because Jermaine wouldn't come. But Jermaine felt that he owed his allegiance to Barry, and he had married Barry's daughter. And because Barry was the one that gave us our start. And I felt the same way. But in order to move on and progress, Joseph said he had to do it because he wanted the children to get credit for their writings and all of that, and they couldn't do that at Motown. And I just wish Jermaine, I shouldn't say luck, but I just wished he would continue, to do well, and Barry do right by him. And Barry said he was going to make Jermaine the biggest star in the world, or the biggest, said it spoke like they were going to be bigger than their brothers. And the thing that I said, I wish he would, because Jermaine was my son also, so I wish him well. I remember when they were working with Gamble and Huff in Philadelphia, and I liked their sound, and I liked what they did, and they helped them out a lot. And that's when the boys first started writing too, when they were working along.
This is one of the songs written by Gamble and Huff, along with Good Times. My favorite Jackson song. Once again, if you're just tuning in, we're here at 2300 Jackson Street. Yesterday was Mrs. Jackson's 94th. She was born 94 years ago. And we did the flowers for her from all you guys. We read the names. And they're still out here. I had to take them back with me yesterday. The Jacksons also own that second house right there. It's a bunch of souvenirs and stuff inside. And the guy was doing the groundskeeping, and I asked him if he would bring them in, and he said yeah. And I guess he was gone when we were finished. So I was hoping. I'm hoping the brothers are going to come. Like, I kind of wanted, if he could leave them like right there. Right by the front door with the poster for her. So I'll keep taking them with me, until a couple more minutes, Mr. Jackson. Although we never get tired of hearing her.
So those were nice days, good old days, I thought. And they wrote a lot of songs that meant a lot. Michael had been doing some solos. I think he did some solos at Motown. And so he was a solo artist in the first place. But Michael never did speak about leaving the group. And I had been spoken to when Michael was still young. I think he was still in school. I forgot. One of the lawyers called me in. I don't know why he wasn't Michael's manager. And I brought for me and Michael to come down, and he told me to tell the boys to save their money because Michael is going to go solo. I said, he can't do that. And he said, well, he don't need his brothers. I said, they need one another. And I said, Michael can't, by him being a minor, he couldn't do it anyway, And I didn't agree with it, and he didn't do it. And I felt that Michael did that solo, became a solo artist when he was young, and I didn't think he would ever leave the group. And he didn't really leave the group. He just ventured off more and more into a solo act. I don't think it was Michael's goal to become a big star like he was, or I think that whatever Michael did, he did well. And he always would tell me, at one time there were album hits, album songs. An album would have maybe two very not good songs on it that they know it's going to be hits, and then they throw anything on an album to, And he said, Mother, I don't believe in that. He would say, I think every song should be a hit. When Michael had the accident that he was burned on top of the head, somebody called me and told me Michael was in a bad accident, but they didn't tell me what it was. And so I was so worried about it, and I was getting ready to go down to where he was filming, and then came on television that they showed Michael on a gurney going into the hospital, and then I can see the beaded glove. He was out waving his hand with one glove on his hand, and so I thought then too. I knew he was, that's bad enough, but as long as I knew he was okay and still alive, I felt good. Yeah, he was coping with it good. Fine. Yeah, after, I guess they gave him something to kill the pain and all, and so he was doing okay. Yeah, Michael was quite conscious of he had been burning his scalp, and he knew that, he had to do something about it later after he got well, because I'm sure he felt that he was going to be bald in that spot. I think after he got burnt, that was the first time he was exposed to strong pain medicine, because he did have a lot of pain in that spot for a long time. When I first heard the allegations about that Jordan Chandler made and him and his family, I was sick to my stomach, because I knew that Michael wouldn't do a thing like that. And I was wondering, why are they lying on him like that? And I can imagine how Michael must have felt. I disagreed when they settled the case by paying off. Right away the next day I called Michael, why did you do that? And Michael said, Mother, I didn't do that. I wanted to fight it to the end. But they told me, the lawyers and things told me, just go on and pay it off and settle it. And so later, I asked Johnny Cochran, why did they do that? And Johnny told me that the reason they did it was because Michael was out on tour. They had accused him of this terrible thing, and they didn't want to stop the tour, so they just paid it off. When Tom Sneddon was called in on the first case, and he did a terrible thing, he took pictures of Michael's genitals and all of that, and I think that was really bad for him to do that. I can't stand Tom Sneddon for this day, because even after the second case, he couldn't wait to put Michael in jail. Michael didn't deserve none of that. Tom Sneddon is just... Michael wrote a song about him, and he was mad about that. Tom Sneddon was, quite naturally. I don't blame Michael. Who would stoop as low as trying to take pictures of a person's genitals and just trying to humiliate him like that? It was terrible. And I think Tom Sneddon hates Michael.
They wanna keep my guys dead or alive. You know he really tried to take me down. That's a fact. I bet you listen with the CIA. He don't do everything he say. Don't stand on his own. Don't stand on his own.
The reason why, I don't know. When the second allegations came out on Michael, it bothered me, because I was wondering how he was feeling and how he was dealing with it, and I saw a different person in Michael. He became introverted, because he knew he knew that this kid was sick. He had cancer. And Michael used to always tell me I'd rather slit my own wrist than to hurt a child. And here they are trying to accuse me of the thing that I love best, and that's children. Accuse me of molesting them. And to this day, Michael tells me that I don't trust anybody now, Mother. Some of these people are the ones that I helped, the ones that I was in trouble and I helped to get them out, ones that was sick and I paid their doctor bill, the one that had children to die and I buried them. And it was just for money, and especially this woman, Janet Arvizo, that was the mother of these children that told these lies, especially her. They caught her in other lies too, where she had tried to fraud other companies. And it was hard for me because I knew what Michael was going through, and my heart just bled for him all the time. I feel that Tom Mesereau was the best thing that happened to Michael during that trial. I can't even find words to describe how I feel about Tom Mesereau. I really can't. Can't find words. I can't. He was one of the best things that ever happened to this family, and especially to Michael during the court room. And he's such a nice person on top of all of that. I was in court the day that we found out that Michael wasn't guilty of none of those charges. I had been praying for the truth. I didn't pray for Michael to be freed or anything like that. I prayed for the truth because I knew that if the truth would come, he would be freed. And he was. And that was that was the happiest day of my life, that my boy didn't have to go to prison for something he didn't do. After the trial, he had bad memories of Neverland. That's why he never went back. But he always said he didn't ever want to sell it, but he'll never live there again because it was such a circus. These people in Santa Barbara did him very bad. They had like 79 or 80 police cars and cars driving down there, just making a parade of it. And then got on television saying, we finally got him, we finally got him. He hadn't done anything. Michael was a very trusting person. And everybody he met, he trusted for some reason. And I think that's why Michael was taken advantage of so much. And people found out, when they found out he was trusting, they just took advantage. And Joseph would always tell him, Michael, make sure you get everybody audited, or watch your people, Michael, watch your people. He said, I trust my people are good people. But that's not the case. People smile in your face, pat you on the back, and stab you at the same time. I remember when he was young, my husband used to always tell him, Michael, see to your business. And Michael would always say, I trust my people. With everything, he trusts them. And Joseph would always tell him, sign every check and all. He said, well, I trust them. And after the trial, so many people came up there and lied on him. And he got so till he stopped trusting anybody. He used to tell me all the time, Mother, you're the only somebody I trust. I don't trust anybody anymore. After seeing all those people come up there and lie on me, see how people have stole my money and all of that, it's over. I don't trust anyone. My favorite song is Man in the Mirror. All Michael's performances
You guys, the comments are blocked, so if you're saying anything, I'm not ignoring you. I can only see the names of the people again. We're almost finished here. We're going to take a little ride to Gary in a minute here. I got to see John Robinson play last night. He did Rock With You, and Don't Stop Till You Get Enough. All right. I don't want to get blocked. We're almost finished. About 5 more minutes.
When he did Billie Jean for the very first time and did the moonwalk, the reaction of the audience, his performance there. Michael did a lot for charity, and I was very proud of him because sometimes we'd sit down and he'd talk to me about the things that he had done. And I think that he loved doing that. He, and things like on Thanksgiving or Christmas time, sometimes on days that he and a friend would get together and he'd drive him down in the ghetto and places, and he just, like on Thanksgiving, he'd just walk around and reach in his pocket and give people $100 bills. He did a lot of charity. He did a lot of things for people. People that couldn't afford to bury their loved ones. He did a lot of that. He would only tell me about it. And it didn't have to be big people or anything, just the poor people that couldn't do it. And I was so proud of him because he had a heart. People really don't know the love that Michael had in him for other people. I wish, well, it's no way, it's too late now. Michael gave a lot to the world, but I think one of the gifts that he gave to the world was love. And he kept singing, "Make the World a Better Place." Looking back over my son's life, it's like looking in a mirror, like watching television to me. Start from the day I brought him home. All the memories to me are fond memories. I can't pick out any memories that they're all fond memories to me.
Could I ask you for one more?
Sure. As long as here in California.
You didn't pick me, did you? You don't need me at all. I appreciate it so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.
this old world will keep on turning. Let's just be glad we had some time to spend together. There's no need to watch the bridges that we're burning. Lay your head upon my pillow. Hold your warm and tender body close to mine. Give a whisper of the raindrops blowing soft against the window. Make me leave you one more time. All the good time. I'll get along. Now you'll find another, and I'll be. You should find you ever need me. Don't say a word about tomorrow or forever. There'll be time enough for sadness when you leave me. So lay your head upon my pillow. Hold your warm and tender body close to mine. Hear the whisper of the raindrops blowing soft against the window, and make me leave you one more time. All the good time.
Well, let me say hi to everybody. Hi, everybody. So that was our little, that was what we wanted to do yesterday, but we had a lot going on. So one more thing here before we go, and then we're going to take a little ride through Gary. Just on a sidetrack, the forest lawn flowers for Michael were ordered today. They're on their way to be delivered now. She's going to send me the picture as soon as I get it. I will post it. And I didn't get a chance to do all this. So this is from our other group, Letters of Appreciation for Miss Jackson. These are on our page, you guys. You can read them when you want. I just wanted to pull a couple that I didn't get to yesterday. So you guys, this is the group. It's a good thing I didn't read those. Oh boy, hold on. No, it's not too late. We're gonna keep the. I'm gonna keep the page up and running, and then we will try and compile all the letters somehow, and maybe try to put them into some some kind of book or something for her. So we'll keep the page up and running. Yeah. Well, I hate to end sad, but that was not the song I had. I've been listening to more country music.
I sit in that house sometimes, and I can see Michael running around in it. And when the kids used to go to school, and he was home, and he would find their shoes, even just a little thing, and find those big shoes of Jackie's or somebody's and just walk around in them. You know how little kids like to walk around. And I can see him in my mind's eye and just bring tears to my eyes.
Thank Bets, I needed that.
All the kids are here but him. And now that we've coming back, and he's the only one that can't come back. And it hurts inside. It took all this to bring us back here, Michael. Oh well. Well, thank you. But they sing 2300 Jackson Street. Always home.
I was good until the end. I was good until the end. All right, you guys, I'm going to pack this all up. Hi. We're going to go take a little ride through Gary. Once again, people can buy all day, every day, special days, non-special days. I didn't show the banner, but we'll come back tomorrow. We're going to take a little ride now. We're going to take a little ride through Gary. The sun's come out. This here was the house yesterday. For those that weren't here, go on my video from yesterday, part 1, and when the shutters opened up. Well, just watch. It's better if you see it. It was kind of like everything here. It's a little emotional, of course. I have to put the phone, gotta put the phone down for a second. I have to be gentle here with the yellow ones. They're starting to come loose. Oh boy. All right, give me 20 seconds. Okay. $2300 Jackson Street. Always home. Okay. We're gonna go a little ride. For those that were with me, I met a nice person from Gary that had me follow her around the other day as we were going on a little tour. And after I told her what I wanted to do and everything, and she
Head north on Jackson
the tour is right now. Oh, I'm not sure the tour. She's gonna let me know when the tour is. So I'm just gonna. I gotta put this down 1 second. I'm just gonna drive a little, just to show you. Gary. Gary itself, and then we're gonna save. I'm gonna text her later. She's probably at church right now. And once again, we met the lady this morning that lives a couple doors down over there. That she invited me last night to be part of the this group. It's a non-profit group, the Jackson Family Honor. I was honored to be asked, and we're going to do anything and everything. I will let you guys know exactly. I'll probably talk to her later tonight. Of course, anything, you guys that know, anything we could do to help the Jacksons, we're going to do. So, okay, so we're just going to randomly kind of ride through here, and so this is the street. Sure, Michael played on this street back in the day. We'll come up on. I'm going to take you to our final destination is going to be a little restaurant where I went to eat with the lady here that I met. Yes, I took the flowers. Everything's good. I didn't see the guy there, so we'll try it again tomorrow. For you guys, just let me get on here. So tomorrow we are going to do a Joseph Jackson. We did Mrs. Catherine for good reason the past 2 days, but none of us would be here if it wasn't for Joseph Jackson. So we're going to do that, and then I don't know, I'm thinking maybe like I'm going to be here till a week from Tuesday, so I was thinking maybe one day kind of spotlight each one of the children, or just kind of play it by ear, I guess. But all right, so I'm just kind of driving. I'm not really sure even. Okay, this is Broadway. Okay, every street, pretty much every city has a Broadway, right? Kind of the middle, usually the heart of the center. So this is kind of in the middle of Gary. I'm thinking, and oh wait, I think that's the wrong way. Hold on, I wanted to go back. What did I do? Yeah, I wanted to go back the other way. So it's Sunday at 1:30. So I guess church is out. There are a lot of churches. There are a lot of worship. There's a bunch of Kingdom Halls where she showed me. So she's going to drive, and I'm going to sit in the passenger seat with the phone. And we will let her tell the story of each part. But this here is just this is a random Sunday afternoon drive in Gary. I believe we're heading to the northeastern part. If I see some, I kind of remember from the other day, like I know where some of the landmarks are, but it's better if we hear it from her. Yeah, it's 1:22 Gary, Indiana time right now. So you guys, if you want to, wherever you are, you can know what time it is wherever you're watching. So, yeah. I don't want to do any narrative kind of today. I'll just, you guys, it's better if we hear it from, the lady. Can you guys hear with the air on? Is it, do you need me to shut it, or? It's not that. It's, wow, it's 53 degrees. It was like 80s yesterday. It goes to 50s, and one day's 70, one day's 80s. It's a little funny. It rains, it's windy. Yes, okay, good. There's the local post office. I'm tempted to hit the White Castle drive-thru. I gotta be honest. Yeah, Terry, she's gonna let me know today. Las Vegas just got its, well, not just got, but she told me the story of this. I'm going to have her tell you. There's a lot of flashing reds. We fortunately can hear you. Oh my God. 5 days till Wendy Chow. My spring break is over, and the summer of Chow begins this Thursday, and May, June, July, 3.5 months of nothing but humor. Betsy, nothing but. So I've seen a Popeyes, I've seen a Church's, I've seen a KFC. I'm sure, well, I don't know. It might have been here. It might, like it could have been remodeled. I will ask her how long it's been here. Okay, now, this is kind of looking familiar. Somewhere close to here is, remember where the mural, oh wait, okay, hold on. You know, I was following her, and it was my first time through, and I was kind of paying attention to the road. So. Oh yeah, Popeyes, absolutely. We got Popeyes, churches, KFC. I think this was the Palace. I can't read it. All right, let me kind of save it for her. Hey, Carol, the humor. Well, what humor? There's a lot of humors. There's Wendy sleeping. There's me on a paddle boat with the swans with your daughter. That probably didn't sound good for those. Okay, I think the mural was like right in between. I think the city hall is up here. It was right. I think it was right. Okay, wait. It's either right here. Yeah, because here's City Hall. Yeah, I mean, let's wait. But I just want to show you here. If you keep going straight, this I remember, because we're probably going to come here tomorrow. What would life be without the amazing Wendy? Well, Betsy, unfortunately, we are too far in now. I cannot turn back the clock on that. It would be less quiet. She does take great pictures. I have to say that for her. It's nice to have someone with the camera, and she takes great pictures. And it's not easy taking pictures. You have an umbrella in one hand, a water bottle in the other hand, and my camera doing the Facebook in the other hand. So try to figure out how the woman with two hands can do four things. Well, the camera goes like this, and like this, and like that. But other than that, okay, so if we keep going straight here, you guys, this is the end of Broadway. And this, I believe, this is as close as we can get to U.S. Steel. This is where Joseph... She made a U-turn here. Not an entrance to the toll road. No semi-trucks. Okay, I better wait. I better wait for her. But I believe if we keep going to the end... I remember seeing a sign. I remember seeing a blue sign, U.S. Steel. Oh, there it is. There it is. Can you guys see that? Can you see the blue sign right there? Team Wendy. Oh, here we go. Sure, Canada. Yeah, okay, sure. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so yeah. So that's U.S. Steel. So, of course, that'll be part of the Joseph thing for tomorrow. I thought this was nice. For you guys just tuning us, we are in Gary, Indiana. We're just taking a little quick ride to just show you another part of town that for some reason they don't show you. And I've spoken to a lot of people that live here why that is. And rather than me say it, I'll let the lady yeah, Sherry, I think it leads to a toll road. We'll find out. Once again, this lady has all the answers of everything. She's a Michael fan, a Jackson fan, and, you know, it was really fortunate, like, you know, to have a tour guide. It was my first day in town. I had no idea. People fill in my heads of what to expect, and I'll just show you guys, and you guys make up your mind. There's City Hall. There's a statue of the mayor. This was Mayor Gary, who obviously the town was named after. And she was talking to me on the phone in her car, and I had my phone on speaker, and she'd say, this is this used to be this was this. What you won't see is a lot of people. You won't see a lot of people walking. And it's not for any reason other than there aren't a lot of people here. It's mostly an older, I'd say it's like more closer to people retirement age than, people starting out, moving here, moving their family in. All right, so now we're heading, let me see, I was learning my directions. We're heading east. It's just about a 12-minute ride here to the, okay, this is one of the places we're going to be coming. This is when they had, after my, there's a bunch of cars behind me. After Michael passed away, that field there is where they held the memorial. Okay, so we're definitely going to go there one day. I have some good videos of that. Once again, this is Gary city limits. Broadway is kind of in the center, and now we're heading to the northeast quadrant. Hello, Lorena. For you guys with the flowers, I'm waiting on today's picture from Forest Lawn Flowers for Michael. I will post it. We didn't forget about it just because we're in Gary. Here's the train station, the train tracks. I think she said 25 minutes to Chicago. A lot of people that live in Gary work in Chicago, and she said the train runs frequently. It's an above ground train. I was telling her about the subways in New York, how unsafe they are, and she goes, no. These are very nice trains. They're clean. So the New York subway is very scary for those that keep up what's going on in the world. You hop on the highway here to go to Indianapolis, so that would be south, because we're heading east right now. See, once again, flashing reds. And I asked her why. I forgot. Something with the city was trying to do. It's just a Sunday. We're taking a Sunday afternoon drive, and as I was driving here, I'm thinking to myself, well, you could be in almost any city in America, like I would tell you what you don't see. Let me kind of zoom out. You don't see any debris in the road. The roads are fairly well maintained. Don't forget they have real. It gets really cold here in the winter, so you have extreme weather, which you're not going to have that in, say, Florida, say, where the roads are always nice. The streets here take a little bit of a beating. It's nice to see trees. We're about 8 minutes away. Just random houses. I'm not seeing any comments, so if you guys are saying anything, I'm not. Sometimes I see them, then they freeze, it seems. I keep getting slow connection. I don't know why. Family Dollar, Dollar Tree, a lot of gas stations. So, okay, Miller. Yeah, this is the Miller. There's 4 different. This here, she told me, used to be a. No, that's not it. There was a potato. Oh no, that's back by the house. Yeah, I'm sorry. There's like 4 different sections. This is called the Miller section. And we wound up at this restaurant where we go. And it was Friday night. It was so here's the main. This is the main train station to get to Chicago. McDonald's, a Subway. A lot of the streets, I mean, you could tell a lot of the business signs are new. H&R Block. These are weekly apartments, $350 a week, so that's $1,400 a month. It's not cheap. Got about 5 minutes left. I don't know if I came. I don't think I came this way with her. I just put the address in the GPS because this is a highway. We actually went. She knows all the side streets, so I'm hoping I can kind of figure out how to get to where I was. Once again, we'll save it for her. She's gonna drive, and I'm gonna hold the camera, and she's gonna talk. And if you guys have any questions, once again, the comments are frozen. Shalea Jackson is watching is the last thing I see, and it says Sharon says very nice, lovely. But other than that, so sorry about that. I think Wendy did something. As soon as we started talking about Wendy and the camera froze. I'm sure it's a coincidence. Yeah, I definitely was not on this road. So this here is the highway. I was going to play Going Back to Indiana, but we didn't get blocked. Knock on wood, we didn't get blocked today. Actually, we didn't even get blocked yesterday. So that's a good thing. Okay. Now this looks familiar. Okay, yeah. Indiana Dunes National Park. See, once again, flashing reds instead of full. So this is the, as you can see, National Park. I don't know if it has any significance. We went to, I saw where Michael was born, where they sang for the first time, the clubs they played in, Michael's elementary school. So we have all the sites to see coming up. I'll post tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a Joseph. We're going to focus on Joseph unless she calls me later. I'll let you guys know. We'll try and do it around the same time if she can. I guess whatever's good for her. Okay, so now I want to put the window down, but I can't. Yeah, this here looks familiar. I remember seeing the colors. Let's see. I'm gonna detour a little bit, kind of. Well, all right. No, let me see my final destination so I know how to get there back. But no, wait a minute. Oh, let me go a little straight. Let me go a little straight here. This here, I remember this little, because I was shocked when I came around the bend. Oh, it's a dead end. All right. I was not here. But lo and behold, look what pops up. That's, I'm in these people's driveway. That's Lake Michigan. This is Gary. Hold on a second. Hey. That's why it's better if she drives. All right.
400 feet, turn right onto Oak Avenue. Take the next right onto Oak Avenue. Continue on Oak Avenue for 3/4 of a mile.
Okay, we're about 1 minute away. But I don't think this is the way I think we came from a different way. Of course, there's cars behind me, but as you can see, just houses. Very green, a lot of trees, very clean. No construction, blocking roads, no detours. Just a regular neighborhood.
In 1,000 feet, turn left onto North Shelby Street.
You guys just tuning in. We're in Gary, Indiana. Probably not have you seen any YouTube videos. It didn't look like this.
Turn left onto North Shelby Street. In 800 feet, turn right onto Locust Avenue. Take the next right onto
Yeah,
Locust
this is
Avenue.
looking familiar.
Destination will
So this is it. There's a real nice steakhouse right here. I'm gonna come one night. They're playing music inside. And this was the pizza place we went to, Flamingo. Well, all right, it's handicapped. Yeah. Same thing happened the other day. Hold on, I gotta make a little U-turn here. But look, I mean, look, these are nice. Once again, not the Gary that they show on TV. So we'll talk more about that with her. The comments are still I don't know what to. Let me try something. Maybe something got thing. No. That no. That no. That no. That no. Comment no. No. Continue. Yeah, I don't know. All right. So that's pretty much. I'm gonna say if you guys have anything, but I can't. I'm swiping left. I'm swiping right. Swiping up. I'm swiping down. I'm doing bring them on camera. Bring them on thing. No. I'm pushing all the buttons like I told Vincent Patterson yesterday to do, but nothing's coming up. So, all right, you guys, thanks for watching. If you're still out there, I could be talking to myself. I don't know. I'll post flowers for Michael later, and we're gonna do Joseph tomorrow, unless the lady calls, and then she'll give us a tour of all the high schools, everything to do with the kids, and everything. Once again, the lady from. Hey, Big Al. Oh, Big Al just logged on. I hate to log off. Big Al, but the comments are frozen. So I can't see what you're saying. I'm sure you're entertaining the troops out there. Hang on. Wait a minute. Let me try something. What if I could watch myself on my other phone? This would be funny. Oh, look at this. Hi, Big Al. See, I don't see that. No. This is weird. I'm looking at myself on. So you guys have been able to see the comments. Wow, I'm going to have to scroll back. It said Alan Scanlon is watching. Bring them on camera. But, hey, Big Al, you have anything to say? Big Al, you want to pop on? We haven't spoken to you in a few minutes. I could bring Big Al on if he wants to. I don't want to run in stereo. I have to look at your phone to see if you want to log on. Big Al, call me later if you want. All right. Anyone want to get on camera? Drew? Anybody? You want to talk for a minute? This is so crazy. I can't see my own. So it's obviously something on my phone. I have to peek around the corner. There's a 20-second delay. Wow. Maybe I froze and some. Sure, what? You want to log on or no? Call me later if you want. All right. Anyone want to get on camera? Drew? Did Big Al? You want to talk for a minute? This is so crazy. I can't see my own. So it's obviously something on my phone. I can't see if Big Al said yes. I have to peek around the corner. There's a 20-second delay. Wow. Dr. Watkins. All right. Well, here. I'll send Big Al a friend request. The apps will know. I tried this with Vincent yesterday and it didn't work. Remember? Well, there he is. Hey. Now wait a minute. Now if I go this way, okay.
Man, you are becoming quite the videographer.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm doing such a wonderful job. Can they see you? Can people respond to you? I don't care if I could see it. Oh wait, you don't even see me. I'm sorry. What am I doing? There we go. Okay.
I can see myself. I don't know if they can see me. I guess they can.
No, but can they see the comments?
I can still see the comments, yeah.
That's all that matters. How are you, sir?
You know, I'm doing good. I'm in, where am I? Pomona, California for the Los Angeles County Fair. We opened Friday, so we got Friday, Saturday. Now this is our third day open.
Friday, Saturdays. And Pomona's in what, the northern part?
No, it's just east of downtown Los Angeles, about 50 miles.
50 miles east of Los Angeles. Okay.
East of downtown Los Angeles.
East of downtown. So you guys that are out there, go by and see Big Al. Where do they find you? You're riding around? You got your golf cart?
Yeah. Well, when the fair's open, I don't ride my golf cart around anywhere where anybody can see me because I'm not supposed to.
Oh.
But
okay.
I'm pretty much always on the Carnival Midway somewhere.
Okay. All right. We all loved your profile picture change on the train.
Yeah, and somebody out there asked if I ever taught Michael how to operate the train, and the answer is no. I took him for plenty of rides, but I never turned over the controls to him.
We showed we were doing the letters for Mrs. Jackson, and of course we showed yours, and that's pretty amazing. The first time you had her and Reedy on the train. So when are you in Vegas?
I'm here one more week. The fair goes 2 more weeks or 3 more weeks, but I'm only here 1 more week, and then I go to Vegas.
I'm leaving Gary Tuesday the 13th, I think. So you'll be in town.
I'll be there. I'm
a week ahead of EDC.
No, I get there the day before you do. I get there on Monday.
And EDC opens what? The following
Friday.
Oh, that's Friday?
Yeah, the campground opens Thursday with a couple of rides, but the actual festival starts Friday.
For
3 days.
So how long are you in Vegas? A week?
Just all that week, yeah.
Just all, okay. There's a Brazilian.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to arrive. Actually, I'm going to arrive late Sunday night. As soon as I get off work here, I'm going to drive up there just because less traffic and whatnot. And then and then I'll be there until the following Monday or Tuesday.
Any Neverland stories you want to share, or anything current, or not something
Nothing that I can share. No.
April 18th. April 18th. We'll all see it.
Yeah.
I keep seeing the leaks. There's a lot of leaks.
Yeah, I actually kind of liked some of those drone videos. It was kind of nice seeing, and the drone I don't think was authorized by the movie production company, but
Sure.
it was kind of nice seeing all the people, even though it was a movie. It was kind of nice seeing all the activity and people riding the rides and whatnot. So that was kind of cool. And of course, I'm impressed with there's a picture of the production area. They're like their base camp for the production offices.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff interests me. It's amazing how much, how many people and how much equipment just do a couple weeks worth of stuff. It's a pretty big deal.
Will Big Al be in Vegas in August? I would say that's a yes.
Yes, I will.
That's a yes. Okay.
Yeah.
What you saw that drone where they kind of broke in and climbed to the top of the top of the house, the Neverland house, a few weeks ago? Those three guys. How high up is that? Like, if they were to fall, you're done, right?
On the house or the train depot?
No, they were on the top. Weren't they on the peak of with the windmill thing or something? I thought it looked like.
Yeah, well, I know the house is basically, it's mostly 2 stories, but it's really a 3-story. There's one level that goes up one more, so. Yeah, it would be a tough fall.
I mean, it's got to be a dangerous, like they didn't have ladders, right? Like it looked like they were just like scaling like Spider-Man almost, like.
Yeah.
Wow. And the tree was right there. Thank God they didn't go in the tree. Like that's the first place I've gone. Like, if I have 30 seconds, like if they say go.
I was gonna say that's the only place you want to go if you can get in the gate.
That's it. I won't even look at the house, and I won't even go all the way up. I just go to the first level.
Right.
I know you told a couple stories there, you and Michael by the tree, and that's the only place that the district attorney and his goons didn't go. So, like, to me, that's like the sacred.
Yeah.
Like it hasn't been contaminated. But
actually, if Michael would have went up there during the raid, they probably would have never known he was home. So, well, the second one anyway.
Right.
So.
Didn't you tell me once sometimes when you were looking for him and they couldn't find him, you would go to see if he's up.
Well, I used to always when I found out about the tree, and then of course I found out shortly after going to work there how he liked to throw water balloons at people. So I always, whenever I was walking over to the small train to take it around for a loop, I had to walk right past that tree, and I would always look up there to make sure he wasn't up there with a water balloon going to attack me.
Well, those are the stories we like. Speaking of which, the percentage of the book completion.
Yeah, it hasn't moved very much. It's I'm going to say maybe half. Nobody's actually, I have 2 people in mind for doing, proofreading it and whatnot. So who knows, they might tell me I got to add more to this story or whatever. So, yeah.
Your fans, read the comment. Your fans are waiting for the book.
Yeah,
I
know.
The book going. We need the book. I'm going to kidnap you. I'm going to do like an intervention. We need to kidnap you for like 2 weeks. No cell phone. And just go.
Yeah.
You don't get out until it's ready to go.
Yeah, you and I have talked about that. About me slowing down, and it's like, yeah, all right. So.
I don't even ask anymore. I don't even ask. Look, you're a man. Not a lot of people do what you do, right? I mean,
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
To be honest, and not a lot of people work as hard as you do, and you're loyal to all these people that you've been with for all the years, and so it's a good quality. That's why everybody loves Big Al. So, all right,
it's like
get back to work.
All right.
We don't want to. Thanks for checking in. I'll see you in a couple of weeks. When me and Big Al go to the Brazilian steakhouse, they have a little card that's green or red. Like the green means keep on
More
coming to
food.
the table. The red means stop. I don't think I've ever seen the red. We don't. The red comes when they start flickering the lights, and we know it's time to leave. So, all right. Thanks for popping on. Good seeing you, and
All right.
we'll talk to you in Sin City.
All right. Take care.
All right. Thanks, Big Al. Bye.
Bye.
All right. So now when I remove Big Al, do I still see the comments? The last comment I see is, of course, from Shirley, patience is a virtue. Oh, yeah, I showed the phone number. Okay, sorry about that. I picked up the wrong thing. All right, you guys. So thanks to Big Al. Yeah, I mean, Big Al's book's going to be great. We go out to eat. I mean, seriously, no joke. It's always like 4 hours is like, the average, and 90% of this, there's always new stories like, oh yeah, that reminds me of this, or we'll just say like Gregory Peck, and he goes, oh, did I ever tell you the story about? And even if I've heard it, I say no, I haven't heard it. Because he's a great, it's not really storytelling. It's really what happened. That's kind of, no, I don't want to go off on a tangent, but like those are the people, like the people that were there. Comments are back, Shirley. Shirley, thank you. Now do you guys have anything for me that we haven't said the past hour? We're gonna do Joseph tomorrow, unless I don't want to call the tour lady, but I don't know if she wants me to give her name out, so that's why I keep saying the lady. Yeah. You guys have me? There's Drew, Shirley, Patsy, Wendy, Dr. Watkins in the house. I've been here for ages. Can I meet Big Al and Vincent? Well, those are two of my 4 Mount Rushmore people, and they're the nicest people, and they share their stories. Yeah. Okay. The lady from before was Gwen. Yeah, Gwen Macon. Gwen Macon. It's the Jackson family honor. And like I said, whatever we can do for the Jacksons. She had a Zoom meeting last night, but I went to see the concert. David Foster and J.R. Robinson. He did Michael for about 30 seconds, and that was it. But it was worth it. He's the one that came up with the drum roll for "Rock with You." So, all right, I'm going in the pizza place, I think, and we'll show you either tomorrow. I'm sure either tomorrow or the next day. If it's not tomorrow, we're going to do Joseph. We're going to try to get the flowers to the. No, Shirley, this is a different person. This is a different person. This is just a lady that's lived in Gary her whole life, a Jackson fan, and she knows all the places. It's called Flamingos here. Let me show you. Oh, that's right. You guys are coming. What am I thinking? You guys that live here. I mean, Drew, you're closer than me. Oh, Ron, learn how to work the camera. Okay. But this happened Friday night too. We had to wait like to get in. And there is no parking. It's right here. So this is the Miller Beach. Oh, here's the parking. Okay, hang on a second. There we go. Let me get out. We have nothing to do, right? It's a Sunday. We have nothing to do. It was a nice tribute. No thanks, you guys. I'm just here for those that can't be here. Um, there's our flowers. Imagine if someone peeks in my car. KJ, where is that? KJ. One thing, it was a smoke. They didn't have a non-smoking area, which was a little unusual. Uh, and then there's a lot of car. I don't know. I could kind of walk in with the phone. Hang on. This here was the steakhouse. It's not a camera pole. I'm just walking. I thought I heard music. Let me just kind of here. I'm gonna hold it like this. What? Oh, look on the phone. Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. Well, they didn't have a to-go menu, but it's called Nostalgia. Okay. I don't know if you want to vote on the coroner, but all right. Okay. All right. Well, that's the pizza place. I kind of feeling something's up this hill. Hold on. You know me. We like to. Okay. Got outdoor. Outdoor. Yeah, there was smoking. It's. I was a little surprised on that. No, this is nothing. This guy walking through a parking lot, and the way you make me feel, outfit. Security. No, this is nothing up here. But you know, it's a side of Gary that we don't normally see. $1941. Wow. Where am I, Kashmir? It's called Miller. We're in the Miller Beach section, I think it's called. We're in Gary, and it's called. This is Flamingos. Miller Beach. Miller Beach. Well, the water, like I said, Lake Michigan is like behind me if we were to go up that hill kind of. So I'll try to go tomorrow. There was nothing at Jackson's inside. I thought they might have had some some things on the wall or off the wall, as I said. But I'm gonna go have a little lunch. It's cold. It's cool out today. So, all right. Shout out to Big Al. Thanks for logging on for a couple minutes, and we'll see you guys. We'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll depending on if I'm gonna call her the tour lady just until she wants to give her name. You could see Chicago from here. I think we're in the north. We're in the northeast quadrant. I know that. We're in the northeast part of town. So Broadway, I think I think Gary was, I would guess, in the center. But let her explain. I don't want to tell you. She's lived here her whole life. So all right. If you guys have anything, send me a message. Saturday, the Jacksons in concert, 8 o'clock Central Time at the Hard Rock. Doors open at 7. I'll be there probably all day. Friday, Miss Drew is going to be performing for us in front of 2300 Jackson Street. Maybe Drew and Company, I believe. So that's going to be, Drew, what did we say, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock? 4 or 5 Indiana time on Friday. We'll probably head over to the Hard Rock. I'm not sure. Wendy, I shouldn't have told Wendy where I'm eating. Wendy, make believe you didn't hear this. No, I'm joking. Anyone that's coming that was looking for rooms, there's a town called Merrillville, Merrillville. That's where I'm staying. Seems very nice, very clean. There's a bunch of hotels. So just as a suggestion, there's a bunch of restaurants right on that road. So Drew with the bad sunburn. Yeah, I got a little sun. We should have had a tent, but all right. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Wendy, see you soon. Oh boy, those words. Wendy, see you soon. And all right, thanks to Big Al again. See everybody tomorrow. Bye for now.